Yeah, I just want to start by saying I know there's a lot of anticipation of a new coach coming in, when it's going to happen, when it's going to be confirmed. Right now, we're just focusing on the next game. I don't have any information to give in regards to that. The other thing I want to clarify, after the game, we spoke a lot about the style of play, but also the mentality. And, one thing that's important for me to relay to everybody is, I don't exist in isolation from the players, and the players don't exist in isolation from us. We're a team. When we say that the mentality is on the players, what we mean by that is that they're the key drivers, but I am them and they are me. We're together in everything. And when I say that the style of play and the goals conceded in the buildup are on me, it means that I'm the key driver, because I'm the one who's bringing the ideas to them and asking them to play with convictions. But we're in this together, Again, I am them and they are me. And so I just want to make sure that that's really, really clear.
We'll start with questions in the room and begin with Doug McIntyre.
Mikey, you mentioned just now the delay in naming a permanent coach. How much do you think that's impacting the group? I mean, it's human nature. You think it has to at some level. They're waiting along with everybody else.
Yeah, I think it's will impact each individual a little bit different based on their experiences. Some of the players have been through this before, at least once, if not multiple times. So they'll kind of know. The players who haven't been through it and staff who haven't been through it will think about it more. But ultimately, we have 2 days left in this camp, and it's not that hard to hyper-focus on the next, 48 hours to make sure that we have a good performance.
Ryan.
You spoke the other day about how it took until maybe like minute 52 or 53 for the guys to wake up, and I think everyone will be eager to show that performance wasn't the performance that represents this team. So as the coach, you have some guys who will be desperate to prove that wasn't them, and you have some guys who will be desperate to come in and prove that they can make a difference. So as the coach of this team, how do you balance giving guys a chance to maybe make up for it versus giving guys a chance to maybe come off the bench and show why they should be in the starting lineup?
Yeah, that's a delicate balance, I guess. We're going to find a balance. We want to put on a winning performance. So I think I mentioned before, anybody who plays, they will have earned it. And at the same time, this is a September window with a new coach coming in. So it's also my responsibility to make sure that multiple players get a chance at showcasing themselves as long as they have also shown that they can earn it. So going to try to be balanced in that approach.
Steven.
Mikey, did you see and some of the players talked about this a bit after the game, just the desire or the intensity that was maybe lacking with some players playing for the national team? Obviously is a big deal, and maybe some didn't have it. Did that stand out to you at all?
I think we just take responsibility as a group for that, and like I really believe in how all things in life are interconnected, So even separating the mentality from the style of play is kind of difficult, right? Because I asked them to do some uncomfortable things, and in the second half there was much more clarity about what we wanted to do, and you saw that the team was a lot more vertical. And what happens is when you're more vertical and you're having more success in your build-up, then all of a sudden you're more aggressive in your press, you're more aggressive in your counter press. So it's hard for me to just pin it on an individual or even just the players, because it was a mixture of everything, and we all played a part in that. And I think now the most important thing is putting that behind us, taking learning lessons from it, and having a better performance from minute one in the next game.
We'll take questions virtually and begin with Mike Waitala from Soccer America.
Hi, thanks. The players on the field and the formation, the tactics, they look very much like what we saw at the Copa America. That was such a disappointing tournament. What was the reasoning behind making so few changes after that disappointing Copa America, and might we see a different approach against New Zealand?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I agree with that. First of all, as interim coach, your job is not to change everything. So there needs to be continuity. But at the same time, there were definitely nuances that were different from an ideas perspective. We didn't hit a single goal kick long in the entire game. 0. We didn't push the team up one time. And we played against Canada, who was throwing everything at us, So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question other than say that. I think that there were some differences, and ultimately, we were all disappointed with the first half, especially, and the result. But it's a work in progress. We're trying to get better every day. We're good putting our hands up, and now it's time to make improvements.
Next is Ronald Blum from the Associated Press. Sorry.
Hi, Mikey. What went into the decision-making to start Patrick in goal over Ethan and Diego and Matt? And will you change or go with him again tomorrow night?
Yeah, so the decision was, again, to balance the long-term vision and the short-term vision that we spoke about. So we need to move the program forward. It was an open competition, and then we were looking for matchups based on the opponent. Okay, and we felt that we were playing to Patrick's strengths. He's very calm with the ball, and if you see, he had a really great performance. And at the end of the day, he made big saves for us also. And so, as I mentioned earlier, we're gonna balance this idea of wanting to win in the short term, but understanding it's also a September window, okay? And we're also giving everybody who's earned a chance to get playing time opportunities and playing to their strengths. So, yeah, that's where that's at.
Next will be Donald Wine.
Thank you, Michael. Mikey, thanks for your time. I want to ask about New Zealand specifically as you're looking at the film for them tomorrow. Is there anything that stands out about them that you are particularly looking to watch for tomorrow, or what should fans expect when we take the field against New Zealand?
Yeah, New Zealand is a team that they want to play, so they want to have the ball. There a lot of movement, so a lot of interchanging of positions. Their shape is very dynamic, and then they get the ball in the box early and often. They got players that are good at attacking crosses and putting pressure on the opponent, and we're really looking forward to the challenge.
Our last question comes from Andrew Jones.
Thanks, Michael, as always, Coach. I just want to ask you what you've seen from Diego coaching throughout the week that you worked with him and his area of growth, what you've seen from him.
Tremendous human being, as everybody in that locker room. He's a very, very professional and motivated. He's got a lot of talent. His upside is huge, and we're really looking forward to the steps that he'll make.
¿Puedo hacer una pregunta en español?
Sí, por supuesto.
Si va a haber algún cambio en el 11 titular para este partido contra Nueva Zelanda, y usted que dirigió tanto tiempo en América Latina, ¿qué diferencia ve entre el jugador latinoamericano de Sudamérica y el jugador estadounidense? ¿Qué tendría que emular el jugador estadounidense ante América Latina o viceversa?
Yo no creo que deberían emular nada, porque cada uno tiene que ser quien son, ¿no? Todos somos individuales, únicos, y tenemos que ser nosotros mismos. Y creo que la cultura sudamericana es muy lindo y es una, y el de Norteamérica es otra, el de Estados Unidos es otra, y entre eso tenemos mucha mezcla, tenemos gente latinoamericana que también trae algo único y diferente. Y yo no creo que debería tratar de emular mucho. Es tratar de ser el mejor que puedes dentro de tu identidad. Ah, y el cambio sí, va a haber cambios, porque cuando se pierde y no se juega bien, tiene que haber cambios. Pero no son cambios que juzga a uno o el otro, es cambios para refrescar un poquito el equipo. También es un partido 2 días después, que no es fácil. Estamos en principio de temporada para muchos de estos jugadores, entonces todavía no tienen ese ritmo de muchos partidos, entonces va a haber cambios sí o sí.
It's pretty good, huh?
Coach Cincinnati. Welcome to Cincinnati University Training Center. This is a place that the national teams come back to repeatedly. The women's national teams come here as well. What are your impressions of Cincinnati as a city, soccer location, and what do you think makes it appealing that you guys want to keep coming back here?
Well, first of all, the city's great. I mean, with the bridge and that whole area and the connection between the two states, I think is really, really cool and unique. Also, the facilities. The club's done a great job in investing in the facilities, and this is beautiful. This is personally my first time in the training facility. I've been to the stadium a couple times. And then I think the city showed for a long time now, even dating pre-MLS, how passionate it is about the game. And at the USL level, and I worked in the USL, I have a lot of respect for the other divisions in our country. And I think just the passion and the investment, and then obviously the team's done really well in the last couple of years, which has been great. Always helps.